Donna J. Donnan presents Ask Donna, a weekly podcast on a plethora of topics and tips. Donna's podcast is split into 4 distinct sub-podcasts. The first week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Bloggers podcast on such topics as overcoming bullies and bullying, tips on entrepreneurship, and protecting oneself from scams and scammers. The second week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Coach podcast. A bit of this, a bit of that from her monthly Did You Know diary. The third week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Homemaker podcast. Tips on everyday hints to help you take advantage of natural remedies and solutions. And the fourth week of the month is where Donna's podcast is all about her product review and a book review. Sit back and enjoy.
Hey, it's Donna J. Jodhan, your host for the Ask Donna podcast, and it is December. Can you believe it? The month of December. December is here. And this is the final month of the year, the final month for my podcasts for this year. And this is the first week of December. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful time getting ready or into the swing of things for the holiday season, greeting each other, sharing with each other, giving to each other, helping each other, celebrating with each other, all kinds of things. Okay? So, it's the first week of December, and I'd like to thank everyone for continuing to drop by, listen to me, and share your thoughts, your suggestions, your feedback, your comments, everything that you wish to share with me. I just want to let you know that you could continue to send your emails to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. So it's the first week of December, and I thank again my friend Victor Guvia for his support, and my little brother, so-called little brother, Mike Cicello, for continuing to produce my shows and to provide me with support, advice, tips, and friendly suggestions. Thank you, Mike. So for this month, we are going to get into the swing of things. For the first week, we will be doing Ask the Blogger. For the second week, we will be doing Ask the Coach or Ask the Sight Loss Coach. For the third week, it would be Ask the Homemaker. And for the fourth week, it would be Ask the Reviewer and Ask the Writer. Okay? Let's dive straight into our business of the week. All right. Ask the Blogger. And my first little segment has to do with tips on bullies and bullying. Believe it or not, when a toddler takes away toys from their playmates, this can easily be viewed as bullying. Indeed. When a toddler does that, it simply means that they are trying to get their way. They're trying to take control of their playmates. And their way of doing it is simply to take away toys from their playmates. This can be considered to be bullying. When one is being selfish and only thinking of themselves, not someone else, whether that someone else is an associate, a friend, or a family member, this too can be considered to be bullying or being a bully. Because when you're selfish, it means that you're in your own zone, you're in your own world. You're only thinking of yourself. You're a bully. You're not thinking of anybody else, are you? And if someone doesn't really know how to socialize, I would say that these could be the beginnings of being a bully, or they are afraid of being bullied. Okay? So, if someone does not know how to socialize, it may mean two things. It may mean that they are afraid of being bullied, or they may be a bully themselves and they don't know how to socialize, they don't know how to share, how to give, how to interact, and how to communicate with others. Okay? I have been giving presentations on bullies and bullying for many years now, and these are the main points that I have come up with ever since starting my tips on bullies and bullying in my Ask the Blogger podcast for week 1 of every month. Okay? For my next segment, I have some entrepreneurial tips for you. Some tips when invoicing and collecting your checks. Okay? Be precise when you send off your invoice to your client. And give an alternative for payment. Like your payment method could be a check. It could be an e-transfer. It could be paying through PayPal or some other similar type of entity similar to PayPal. Always give payment method alternatives. Do not just say, well, I want a check. A check is great, an e-transfer is great, and with a check and an e-transfer you can keep records of when you send off your invoice and when you receive payments from your clients. PayPal as well, and other entities similar to PayPal, also provide you with ways to send invoices and ways to receive payments, and you keep records of these. Never ever destroy them. Probably best to keep it for at least 3 years, which is what I do. And in your invoice, always give descriptive details. Details such as number of hours worked that you have worked for the client, what type of work you have carried out, and the hourly rate. Very, very important. So again, your invoice should contain your hourly rate, number of hours worked, and a description of what you have done for the client. And don't forget to offer them different payment methods. Most important, let them know, like payment is expected within 30 days or so. Very important so that the client knows, and you could check on them if that deadline has come and gone. Okay? All right. On to my next segment. I have some tips for you on scammers and their scamming. When you get an email seeking a company rep, my advice to you is to simply ignore it. Ignore it, ignore it, ignore it, because this is an email that has been sent to you. It's what I call a bulk email. It is not necessarily to you personally. These are scammers looking to glean information from you. Information such as, and if you choose to respond, they usually ask questions such as, which country do you live in? What is your first and last name? What is your email address? if you make the mistake to give out any of this information, they can use this to quickly start attempting to garner details on your banking information, or they can use it to try and infiltrate your computer system. Most times, these types of emails are written in very poor English and the spelling is simply horrible. But as soon as you see an email like this, no matter what it is, no matter even if it is written in perfect English or the spelling is perfect, please ignore it and just move on. Okay? It is a fraud. And like I said, it is seeking your banking details and provision of information to the sender would only compromise your computer system. Okay? All right. Here are my thoughts for today as I come to the end of my podcast. What makes up a safe password? Well, a safe password is usually anything from at least 6 characters to 8 characters. It should be made up of both numbers, symbols, and letters. Do not make the mistake to make your password like your date of birth, your child's date of birth, your spouse's date of birth. Probably a very short phrase that you can easily remember would be one of the safest ways to create a password. All right? So, like I said, characters and numbers and symbols. More than 6 characters or maybe a phrase. Now, if you'd like to learn more about my advocacy, please visit me at www.sterlingcreations.ca. That's STERLINGCREATIONS.ca. Or you can go to sterlingcreations.com. All right? So this is what it is for this week, folks. I wish you a very great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. Please keep sending in your emails to me at Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Okay? Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. This is it for me for this week, folks. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Take care and bye for now.
That's it for this week. Donna hopes that you enjoyed her podcast today. She thanks you for having taken the time to tune in and looks forward to being with you next week. Send your thoughts and feedback to Donna at AskDonna on blindlife@gmail.com.